Hello and welcome. To solve this equation, let us call this quantity y. That is, let y be equal to the cube root of 2x minus 1. Because remember from our study of indices that when we have a to the power 1 over 3, this is simply equal to the cube root of a. Now, let us raise the two sides of this equation to power 3. So we have that y cubed is equal to 2x minus 1 to the power 1 over 3 cube. And once more, from our study of indices, let us remember that when we have a to the power m to the power n, that this is equal to a to the power m multiplied by n. So 1 over 3 times 3 is equal to 1. So that simply means that y cubed is equal to 2x minus 1. Let us call this equation 1. Now, from the original equation, since we have replaced this with y, we now have x cubed plus 1 is equal to 2y. When we subtract 1 from both sides of this equation, we have x cubed is equal to 2y minus 1, and let this be equation 2. Our aim is to find a relationship between x and y that is going to help us simplify and solve this equation. Now that we have these two equations, let us subtract equation 1 from equation 2. So, equation 2 minus equation 1 gives us that x cubed minus y cubed is equal to 2y minus 1 minus 2x minus 1. Opening the brackets, we have 2y minus 1 minus 2x plus 1. Minus 1 takes care of plus 1, and we have 2y minus 2x. We can also write this as minus 2x plus 2y, and we can factorize minus 2 out of this expression to give us minus 2 multiplied by x minus y. So we have that x cubed minus y cubed is equal to minus 2 multiplied by x minus y. Now, when you look at the left-hand side of this equation, you will see the difference of two cubes. And you know that we can factorize the difference of two cubes as x minus y multiplied by x squared plus xy plus y squared. And of course, this is still equal to minus 2 into x minus y. Next, let us bring everything over to the left-hand side. When we do that, we have x minus y into x squared plus xy plus y squared plus 2 into x minus y is equal to 0. Now we have x minus y and we have x minus y, so we can factorize. And when we do that, we have x minus y into, now when we take away x minus y from this statement, we have just this left, that is x squared plus xy plus y squared. And when we take away x minus y from this statement, we have just plus 2 left. So this is plus 2, and everything is equal to 0. Now from this equation, we have that either x squared plus xy plus y squared plus 2 is equal to 0, or x minus y is equal to 0. Let us look at this one first. And let us rewrite this as x squared plus xy plus y squared is equal to minus 2. Now we know that for real numbers, the square of a real number is always positive. So this is a positive number and this is also a positive number. And we also know that for all real numbers, x squared plus y squared must always be greater than or equal to x times y. So we have that this is positive and this is positive, and then this plus this must always be greater than or equal to this term. So that means that this left hand side can never be less than 0. It can never be negative. So it simply tells us that there are no real numbers that satisfy this equation. So this equation is not going to be useful to us in solving this equation. So we discard it. Next, we look at this. And when we look at this, we simply have that x is equal to y. So now that we have that x is equal to y, we can go back to the original equation. And from there, we have that x cubed plus 1 is equal to 2y, because remember, we made this equal to y. We have x cubed plus 1 is equal to 2x, because x is equal to y. And from here, we have x cubed minus 2x plus 1 is equal to 0. So now we have a cubic equation that we can solve for values of x. So whatever values of x that satisfy this equation must also satisfy this equation. Now, to solve this cubic equation, let us use the trial and error method. Let us try 1. So when x is equal to 1, we have that 1 cube minus 2 times 1 plus 1. 1 cube is 1 minus 2, that is minus 1 plus 1 is equal to 0. So that means that x is equal to 1 is a root of this equation. So to find the other roots of this equation, we must divide this polynomial by x minus 1. Now that we have found one factor of the polynomial x cubed minus 2x plus 1 as x minus 1, we must divide this polynomial by x minus 1 to find the other factor. And to do that, we use the synthetic division method. We draw our long L. Here, the coefficient of x cubed is 1. Now notice that there is no term in x squared. So the coefficient of x squared will be 0. The coefficient of x is minus 2. And the constant term is 1. And of course, we are dividing with 1. So what we do is to bring down this 1. We have 1 here. 1 times 1 is 1. 0 plus 1 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. Minus 2 plus 1 is minus 1. 1 times minus 1 is minus 1. 1 plus minus 1 is 0. So we have that the other factor is x squared plus x minus 1. The next step is to solve this quadratic equation, and we cannot factorize this quadratic equation, so we are going to solve it by completing the square. Of course, we have x squared plus x minus 1 is equal to 0. Now, the first step to solve this equation by completing the square is to take the constant term over to the right hand side, and when we do that, we have x squared plus x is equal to 1. Now, the next step is to add the square of half the coefficient of x to both sides of the equation. Now, what is the coefficient of x? It is 1. Half of it is half, and the square of it is this. That is equal to 1 over 4. So we are going to add 1 over 4 to both sides of this equation to complete the square. X squared plus x plus 1 over 4, or let me write this as 1 over 2 squared is equal to 1 plus 1 over 4. Let us write this one as 4 over 4 plus 1 over 4. And of course, that is equal to 5 over 4. Now we take 1x and we take 1, that is half. And we do that, and this is equal to 5 over 4. The next step is to take square root of both sides of this equation. And when we do that, we have that this will take care of that, and x plus 1 over 2 is equal to plus or minus square root of 5 over 4. And of course, 4 is a perfect square, so we have that x plus half is equal to plus or minus root 5 over 2. Now, subtracting half from both sides of this equation, we have that x is equal to minus half plus or minus root 5 over 2. So that tells us that the two values of x that satisfy this equation are x equal to minus 1 plus root 5 over 2, or minus 1 minus root 5 over 2. So now that we have solved this equation, we know that from this equation, x is equal to 1. So we have that the three values of x that satisfy this original equation are x equal to 1, x equal to minus 1 plus root 5 over 2, and x equal to minus 1 minus root 5 over 2. And with that, we come to the end of today's exercise. Remember to subscribe if you enjoy such content. Leave us a thumbs up to support the channel. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.